Rufia Oseni goes after Kachala himself for daring to say zoning is self-defeating after benefiting from zoning several times in this very same country. Rufia Oseni wan throw Kachala raw for those who are busy supporting Atiku for going against the zoning formula that PDP instituted. We see Rufia Oseni give it to him hot.
Says things only when they favor him. Is this not Atiku Abubakar that went to court against Jonathan in 2011 to ensure the PDP zoning formula? And his associates, MPLF, they went to court. His associates went to court. There were many court cases ensuring that they must insist. In fact, I think in one of the rulings, the court said, they can't assume jurisdiction and give a decision, but they acknowledged the fact that PDP had the zoning arrangements. So then, when he was going to court, when he was pushing then against Jonathan, zoning was not self-defeating, Abi. When he left Olusegun Obasanjo in 2007, that Jagaban zoned, what is it called, to the north for him, and he ran in that election, correct him if I'm wrong, against Umar Musa Aradua. Zoning was not a bad deal then. When they finally got their way in 2015 with the APC, and they said, oh, because Jonathan reneged on the term, they were going to punish him. And they zoned the ticket to the APC in 2015. Zoning was good then. When he came back in 2019 to the PDP, and after they had cried, oh, PDP has suffered from all he did in the last election, and they zoned the ticket to PDP then in 2019, zoning was good then. But when his own ambition holds sway, and people were saying, after zoning in 2019, they should zone back to the start 2023, he said, no, zoning is not good then, and he scattered the zoning agreement. I ask, please, prove me wrong. Fact check me. I don't talk without facts.
Go ahead.
I like to talk with empirical facts. That's why they call me a man of facts. And please, bring your heat on. I'm ready. We are saying these things to save this country. On the 2nd of December 2010, zoning, we have been vindicated, Atiku. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has described last Tuesday's judgment a great victory for honesty and integrity and rebuke against arbitrariness. He reiterated that President Jonathan's decision to contest 2011 would send wrong signal to group and organization that painstakingly developed the constitution and ground rules to set operational guidelines. This was when they were fighting in favor of zoning. That power should have come to the north for them to finish the term. So, in other instances, when President Tinubu now gave him the right to run his own part at that time, there was no big deal about it then, right? Why are we talking like this? Why are we always talking like this? You know, despite fighting Jonathan, he still went ahead and vied in the primaries against Jonathan before he was beaten and Jonathan emerged in 2011. Zoning was good when Atiku is fighting, when Atiku is on the ballot, when he wants to get it. Zoning is when zoning doesn't favor him, zoning is bad. Yeah. When zoning favors him, zoning is good. When it doesn't favor him, zoning is bad.
Interesting, right? Atiku is a very greedy and selfish fellow. An old cargo that don't know when to step aside when the ovation was actually loudest. Greed. He reeks of greediness, of greed. An 80-something years old man who should be in old people's home collecting massage with over 31 children and maybe over 100 plus grandchildren and maybe over 500 great-grandchildren, wants to, dip his hands in the Commonwealth of Nigeria in our national purse so that he will enrich his entire lineage. The same Atiku fought Jonathan to a standstill. The same Atiku is the reason why we are suffering under the APC. And then he came out in recent time to say he regretted joining forces with the APC. Atiku, if you are sensible enough, you should be apologizing to Nigerians on a daily basis. You should restitute by not contesting and supporting PU. who is actually the best candidate from the south. But you no go ever gree. Una and dis una rubbish born to rule mentality. You know you can't win. Those you are pushing and those who are pushing you know you can't win. But you are busy fighting for what does not belong to you. Nigeria is not your home. The earlier you realize it, the better for all your fellow kachalatans who are busy roaming the street of X like mad dogs, collecting the small money you have left, opening spaces on your behalf, knowing fully well that you are not going anywhere. Well, enjoy the ride. Make others millionaires, right? While you lose woefully, like you've always done. Let's have your thoughts in the comment section. See you around. Don't forget, I choose peace over war. Hence, I come in peace. See you around. Peace.